everybody, it's me, it's Larry Koch from Brainy Marketing, and I'm back from my deathbed. And I know I'm being a little bit facetious there, but I was literally down for the count for the last 2 weeks. If anyone is in London right now, look outside your window because there is just a terrible kind of windy, rainy concoction out there that is just soaks my body in water and got me terribly sick one of these days. And so I've just been bedbound. But what was I doing? Because guys, marketing never sleeps. Your business always needs leads. Your business always needs acquisitions of customers online. And me, I should have realized that. I should have got up, I should have fought through it, I should have got some Sprite, some chicken soup, and just realized that these people can't wait. They need to hear their marketing information because guess what? There's other people searching online right now looking for a company like yours. There's people looking at pictures of their dogs, getting angry over clickbait on Facebook, and what they really want is an ad, a well-timed ad from one of your companies to change their lives with the solutions that you offer. So how can you do that unless you have the tools to do it? Well, that's where you can. And this channel, Brainy Marketing, we show you how you can get on top of the leaderboard, beat your competitors using the most tactical, brainy marketing, advertising channels and techniques. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you subscribe to this channel and check out all my videos. Going on to today's video, now that my excuses are out of the way, we're gonna do a cool video on Facebook versus LinkedIn. And the reason why I thought that is because I've talked a lot on this channel about cold email and LinkedIn bots. And I in fact just did a really cool podcast with James Rostance on the 414 podcast. Links in the descriptions, holla. And that went really well, but it focused on cold approach. And I thought, let me just summarize my take on social media advertising for B2B as it's the kind of other side of this. And also I was watching Deontay Wilder versus Louis Ortiz in the latest heavyweight boxing match. And I figured, who can I put in the ring together? And I thought, I know who needs to be in the ring. Mark Zuckerberg and whatever the LinkedIn guy's name is. But both of them need to jump into the ring together and have a good little punch up. Right, so let's kick this off. There's going to be 3 rounds in this fight. First one's going to be behavior, the second one's going to be targeting, and the third is going to be a really sneaky technique that I have learned that can help you get the best out of both worlds. So where you can use LinkedIn's strengths and put them into Facebook's price. First of all, let's go through the behavioral stuff. Obviously, on social media, we expect people like on Facebook and Instagram to be looking at, getting jealous about their friends who are going on great holidays and poring over pictures of their beautiful boyfriends and girlfriends that we unfortunately are not good enough to have.
About their yacht holidays because everybody's a millionaire apparently. Also, people are looking at pictures of their dogs on Facebook or talking to their grandmother or whoever's still on there.
Or the alternative is that they're on LinkedIn, and that's where they're really in work mode. They're looking for new customers, they're looking for job opportunities, they're looking to network with people at their companies, they're looking really to learn and to find industry relevant news. And so you kind of see these things as two worlds, and I would go as far as saying that Facebook/Instagram is a social media platform in the true sense, and LinkedIn is more of what I'd call a professional media platform. However, I would say that if you're a B2B company and you're targeting the sort of general entrepreneur, or you're targeting the aspirational CXO at sort of well-to-do companies, you're going to find that your ads will get similar engagement rates on both platforms, and that's because most ads that you should be running as a B2B company are educational to begin with. So you start with very educational ads like downloading ebooks, seminars, white papers, event invites, that sort of thing you want to do. Regardless of LinkedIn or Facebook, most people are always up for learning, even if they're in a social mode or they're in a work mode. Learning is something we continuously do, and if someone is really aspirational and they want to advance their careers, they don't really switch that part of their brain off. They might switch off their lead generation part or wanting to find a supplier here and now, but as the first part of your funnel, it's pretty reasonable to go after people on each. So behavior-wise, I'm going to have to put it down to a draw. The only caveat to this I'd say is if you really have a very niche audience, like you can only talk to HR directors at blue chip companies in Poland, then it's going to be very tough to do that on Facebook, unless you wait till point number 3 of this video, of course. So cool, let's move on to targeting. So you're going to have different targeting options. As I mentioned, LinkedIn is effectively a business database. You can definitely do a lot more targeting in terms of business level stuff. Job titles, company sizes, company locations, so much. And you just need to check this out at any point. Just Google what they are. I'll include a link in the description to the full targeting metrics you can use on LinkedIn. Go and check that out because you can be very pinpointed and laser focused. Whereas Facebook is more about demographics, interests. By this, it means people that like certain pages, people that Facebook's algorithms are saying are interested in certain topics. Those people you can target by those rough interests. Now, it's very, very crude, and a lot of the time it doesn't work. And it's very difficult to get any sensible business level targeting. Like, you can't just, there's no field for CEO. If you're after general entrepreneurs or you're after small businesses, something like this, then you're going to go into Facebook and you can do that targeting through there. On LinkedIn, I'm afraid that's just where it's much, much better if you want to do a business level targeting. Now, what is the point then of going to Facebook at all if it's less targeted? Well, it's much cheaper. So the targeting options you're going to get are going to be about 10% of the cost of LinkedIn for a lot of types of people you want to go after. So it's worth saying that even though you're sort of more broad on Facebook, because you're able to spend 10 times more, the amount of people that will fall under the kind of more broad umbrella will still be the same amount of people that you're hitting with your targeted list on LinkedIn. So these companies are very smart. They know what they should be offering advertisers per impression. It's going to come down to how good you are at targeting in general on both. I would say if you're new to advertising, LinkedIn is obviously a lot easier because you can see job title. The metrics are very, very easy. But on Facebook, if you're very good at Facebook advertising, you can really have cheap cost per leads. But to get the quality of those leads high takes some real finesse and a real expertise to do. But the value is there, and the cheapest place to advertise on the internet will ultimately be Facebook for you. But it takes time to optimize those kind of accounts, which means that I would say this round probably goes to LinkedIn for most B2B companies. So I'd say there you go. LinkedIn's probably won a round here. The last round was about equal. So what's going to happen now? Who's going to take this last round? Is it going to go to points? Who's going to get this third round? Well, that is my nice special bonus that I want for this video for you. So I've got a really cool technique where you can get the amazing targeting capabilities of LinkedIn and you can get the cheap cost of Facebook. And this is done using basically a technique that I go over in my cold email marketing system, which I'll have a video here for that. And that is scraping LinkedIn. Now, bear in mind, full disclaimer, LinkedIn does not technically want you to do that, and I have never done it before myself, but I hear that what you can do is go onto LinkedIn and pull up a search using Sales Navigator or some other paid product like that, and you can pull together a search of your ideal prospects, company sizes, job titles, etc., etc., etc. Once you've got that list there, you can use third-party tools that sit on top of your Chrome browser to pull all of that information, including email addresses, straight out of LinkedIn. Now, there's a few sort of different ways of doing this, and I won't reveal everything because I shouldn't know about this. I don't know about this, so you'll have to do the research yourself, but there is ways that you can extract the email addresses directly from LinkedIn. Now, what you can do with this is then utilize something which Facebook and LinkedIn call a custom audience. And that means you can take those email addresses you've got out of your perfect clients from LinkedIn and you can upload them into the back end of Facebook and create an audience based on this email list. So what does that look like? Well, basically, if you upload, let's say you take out a list of 100,000 perfect clients out of LinkedIn and you pop those email addresses into Facebook. What will happen is Facebook will try and match a Facebook profile to an email that you have provided. And it will do this by checking if they signed up with that account or if they've ever listed that account on their Facebook profile. So they won't get 100% match. Sometimes we expect around 20% match you'll get, even for business email addresses. So you'll end up with 20,000 people on Facebook. It won't show you exactly who those profiles are. It's all anonymized, but it will create an audience of 20,000 based on your list from LinkedIn. And you can start advertising to this list of 20,000 for cheap as chips. And even better than that, you can do something called a lookalike audience, where you ask Facebook to take your initial audience of 20,000 it found when you uploaded, and to expand that to everyone its algorithm determines are similar to that audience. So just kind of let that settle in for a minute. You can get all your perfect clients out of LinkedIn, you can put their email addresses into Facebook, it will find the ones that match, and you can tell Facebook to expand that match to everyone it thinks meets the same kind of criteria as those people. So effectively, you've sidelined all of the demographic, interest level, age. Anyway, microphone back. So you can just wipe out all of that Facebook stuff and just go straight with the email custom audience. And of course, then you can start advertising to them. So I hope that was an interesting little tip. I would say because of that, Facebook takes the third round. So I'm afraid, I think we've got a draw here, guys. And that's the way boxing fights tend to go. It didn't go that way with the Deontay Wilder and Ortiz fight. So congratulations to Mr. Wilder. But in this matchup, Facebook and LinkedIn have actually squared off together. If you found this useful, you can get loads of other tips here on my website. Give me a like if you liked it. Give me a subscribe if you loved it. And I would love to have you as a regular person on this channel. Make sure to comment down below. If you want me to expand on that third point, I can make a whole nother video about it. Just comment and I'll be at your bidding. All right, guys, till the next video, ciao.